It's time again for the Science Bowl.
Zoo parade for 5. What big teeth the hippo has are actually a pair of these. Science potpourri for 10. Would a snake most likely eat every day? Every week, Dateline Science for 10. Why are some elephants wearing necklaces these days? Green things for 15.
And now, here's your host, Mr. Z himself, Dave Zarin.
Thank you and welcome to the Science Bowl. Today, a special edition. The two teams you're about to meet have won once previously, and today's winner moves on to the quarterfinals. A lot at stake. Play along with us today. Test your own scientific IQ. Let's meet today's teams. First, from Cherokee Lane Elementary School, would you please say hello to Marco Chavez, Sofia Velasquez, and Samantha Garcia. And from Magnolia Elementary School, please welcome to the show Alessandra Martinez Palma, Delilah Holloman, and Christina Atasafo. And now, here are the categories of questions we use on the Science Bowl.
Okay, Mr. Z, here's today's categories. Green things, questions about plants and all things green and growing. Zoo parade, a Noah's Ark of questions about animals. Body systems, we'll see how much you know about yourself, about things like breathing and growing, and digesting your food. Let's get physical. Questions that test your knowledge of physics and chemistry, earth science and space science. Then there's science potpourri. Here's a grab bag of science questions, everything from air pollution to the kitchen sink. And finally, Dateline Science. We'll ask you about science history and science in the news.
And here on the Science Bowl, on our game board, the questions are arranged according to difficulty. Easier ones, 5 and 10 points. Tougher ones, 15, 20, ultimately 25, the toughest of them all. Both teams start out at 50 points apiece. No penalties ever for incorrect answers. End of the 2 rounds today, one of these two talented teams will move on to the quarterfinals. Let's make sure everything works before we start. Let's check those buzzers. Sophia, how about the red teams? A-OK. Good luck to you and to Samantha and to Marco. And Delilah, how about the green team's buzzer? All right, seems to be in good shape as well. Good luck to Alessandra and to Lila and to Christina. Congratulations, teams, on making it this far in the competition. We're going to have a good game. We go alphabetically C before M, so Cherokee Lane and Sophia, let's play the bowl.
Body systems for 15.
Body systems for 15 points. Teams, if a doctor says you have hematuria, there is this in your urine. He has found this in your urine. Yeah, Magnolia.
Blood.
Blood, yeah. Hema is the prefix that always indicates blood. Good listening skills. Go green.
Let's get physical for 20.
Physical for 20 points. Teams, your question is as follows. It's a spelling question. You know, cycles per second is something in science defined as hertz. Not like H-U-R-T-S. Ooh, this is painful. But this kind of hertz, abbreviated H-Z. Spell the full word.
Hertz.
Magnolia, who is going to spell for me?
Alessandra. I'll spell hertz.
All right, Delilah. Say the word for me.
Hertz. H-E-R-T-Z.
That is absolutely right. Like 21 hertz is for a hummingbird. That's how many beats its wings make in 1 second. Amazing. Go green.
Let's get physical for 20.
Physical for 25. Big one in that category. Teams, when astronaut David Scott, during Apollo 15, and he was on the moon, he dropped a feather and a brick at the same time, and they both landed at the same time because mass falls at the same rate in this situation where there is no air. What do we call that situation where there is no air present? Magnolia.
Drag?
Not drag, no. Cherokee Lane, if there's no air present, objects fall at the same rate irrespective of mass. We call that condition what?
I pass it to Samantha.
Samantha says, no, don't give it to me. Samantha, do you have an idea? What do you want to tell me?
I was saying zero gravity.
Zero gravity. You're close. It's a vacuum. A vacuum. The vacuum of space. There's no air out there whatsoever. All right, no points to give away. That was a tough question. It was a 25-pointer. Green, go.
Dateline Science for 20. Dateline Science for 20.
Dateline Science for 20 points. Teams, this famous Italian scientist who is the father of astronomy and also of modern physics, is best known for saying that the sun, and not the earth, is the center of the solar system. Yes.
Galileo?
It is indeed Galileo. Nicely done, Sophia. Red team on the board. Go.
Okay. Green things for 25.
Green things for 25. Big one in that category. Teams, there are some trees, like in this area, they lose their leaves in the fall and then they re-leaf in the spring. But some trees, they lose their leaves in the summer and they re-leaf in the fall. They are still known as these kinds of trees. Magnolia.
Evergreens?
Not evergreens. Cherokee Lane. They're still known as these kinds of trees that lose their leaves. The opposite of conifers. These tree-losing leaves are known as these.
Pine?
Deciduous trees. Deciduous trees are the ones that lose their leaves. Sorry about that. Sophia, you still have the advantage. Go.
Green things for 10.
Green things for 10 points. Teams, because Adam and Eve ate that apple and they shouldn't have, they got kicked out of this green thing. Cherokee Lane.
Garden.
The Garden of Eden, that's right. That snake, yeah, he tempted them to eat that apple. Go Red.
Zoo parade for 10.
Zoo parade for 10 points. Teams, a ladybug isn't a real bug, and a firefly is not a real fly. Both of them are these kinds of insects that belong to the largest order of insects with the initial B. They are both what, Sophia?
Buzzers?
No, not buzzers. They're both what kinds of insects, Delilah?
Beetles?
Yes, indeed. It's the ladybug is actually the ladybird beetle. Yes, indeed. Go green.
Science potpourri for 20.
Potpourri for 20 points is a visual question. Look at the monitor in the studio, if you would, please. Boy, this seal got the shock of its life. It was in the wrong place at the wrong time, and when that blue whale came up trying to filter the water for phytoplankton, it got caught in its mouth. But that whale's not going to eat that seal, because what food tube in the blue whale is very, very thin? What do we call that tube, Magnolia?
Esophagus?
Yeah, the esophagus in that whale is very tiny. There's no way he could swallow that seal. Boy, that seal will never forget that. That'll be nightmares. Go, green.
Let's do a dateline science for 15.
Dateline for 15 points. Teams, the red-legged frog is making a comeback in Yosemite Park in California. It's a good thing, because that red-legged frog is California's official state what?
National animal?
What's that?
National animal?
It's the official state. Be more specific.
Mascot.
Not quite. No. Magnolia, the red-legged frog is California's official state what?
Animal?
Amphibian. Amphibian. We wanted you to be specific there. Okay. Buzzer has gone off, and let's check that score right now. Cherokee Lane is at 80. Magnolia is at 115. We've still got a close game and lots of points yet to give away. Come back with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Science. We're having a good time here. Both these teams, as I mentioned at the top of the show, they've won once already, so we knew how talented they were. And they're displaying it one more time today as we head toward the quarterfinals. If you've not seen them before on their first appearance, let's introduce them to you now. Let's go first to Cherokee Lane. And Sophia, you're just bubbly. You are just made for the camera. You're just wonderful here. Tell us about your school. Who is your sponsor?
Okay, our sponsor is
Miss St. John, right?
Miss Hoffner, actually.
Miss Hoffner, all right. Miss Hoffner and Miss St. John,
And
both of them there.
Both of them, yeah.
Yeah. Who's the principal of your school?
Mr. Galbraith.
Wonderful. Okay. And were there any alternates on your team?
Yes, 3.
3. Do you have their first names for us?
Yes, David, Jeff, and Adrian.
Wonderful. And I think their names are right in back of yours right now, just in
Yes.
case we needed them there. I asked you before about Cherokee Lane, and you said it was a really fun place to visit, right? And to go to school, right?
Yes.
Because if you're not having fun at school, you're not going to learn very much. Why'd you want to be on this show, Sophie?
It's like really, science is great. I love it. Like you get to like, that is the way to learn things. Science explains most of things. And when they ask me, do you want to? Of course, why not?
Of course. You've got so much personality. And science, it's everything. I love it. Yeah. You're just a wonderful advertisement for science and science. Well, thank you for being here today. What do you want to do someday?
I want to get my doctor's degree and be a valedictorian.
Valedictorian, the top student in your high school class. I'm going to be watching. I bet you're going to be up there on that stage when you get your diploma. Samantha, you're welcome. Nice to have you here today. You want to be an actress, yeah?
Yes.
Do you have a favorite actress that you would like to model yourself on?
Well, I love all actresses really, but it's really hard.
It's hard to pick one, isn't
I'm
it?
pretty sure Emma Watson, because she like a lot of actors don't really go to college, but she's still in college while she's acting at the same time. So that's really an inspiration that you can still be in school and do the thing you love at the same time.
Absolutely. There was an actress, Winona Ryder, the same thing. She was in college and yet she was acting. And you said earlier that you would almost do it for free in the sense that you just love it. You don't want to dread going to work every day.
Yeah.
So keep at that. And any opportunity that comes along to get a role, take it. Take it. There are no small roles, just small actors, okay? Marco, nice to have you here. Tell us the Marco story. What do you do in your spare time?
Well, in my spare time, I like to experiment with things and see how I can make them into something else or make them better.
Yeah.
So they came up to me and asked me if I wanted to do it. They gave the paper to me, and since science was my favorite subject, I was like, of course, yeah, why not?
Why not? But all of you have courage because you've not done this before, and here you are. You're acquitting yourselves beautifully. I like your matching shirts too. And Magnolia, I like your matching shirts too. That is your uniform, though, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, you wear that over at Magnolia. Delilah, tell us the Magnolia story. Dr. Gillens is your wonderful principal over there, and coaches.
Yeah. We have Mr. Allen as a coach, and Ms. Bettis is our sponsor.
Wonderful. They'll be out in just a few moments, and you've got lots of alternates as well. Can you give their first names?
Well, the first names of our alternates are Anya, Tinu, and Nora.
Wonderful. They'll be out in just a few moments' time here. And Magnolia, neat school. What's special about Magnolia? When you talk about Magnolia to other people, what do you brag about?
Well, mostly we brag about the incentives because for an incentive, we will get a treat or a show because in 4th grade, we got Step Africa, and that was really good.
Wow. Incentives. Yeah, we all need incentives. You know, we need something, the carrot out there to keep us going. And that works especially well at this school. You're in a great school. What do you want to do, Delilah, someday?
One day I want to be a psychiatrist because some people, they have different problems, and nobody's the same. So I just want to figure that out.
Yeah, and they did a good ear. If you're a good listener, then you'll be good at that profession. I know you will be. Alessandra, you kill plants, huh? You told me last time that you have some plants and they just don't seem to have. What have you done to maybe change your botanical approach?
I tried to put a little fence around it.
Yeah?
I tried to put a little fence around it.
And what's eating them?
Huh? Oh, my cats. They keep clawing at them.
Oh my goodness.
Cats
So
eat
you
plants.
need to cat-proof your garden, huh?
Tom and Jerry really
And
need
Alessandra's great-grandfather was a botanist, and she told me earlier that you'd like to follow in his footsteps, yeah? Yeah, you're playing a nice game. I like your energy. Christina, tell us about yourself.
Hi.
Someday, where are you headed?
To be a pediatrician.
Yeah. What gave you the idea to do that?
I wanted to help kids, and I've been wanting to do that for a while.
Wow. So it's been a long-standing dream of yours. Stick with those kinds of dreams, yeah. I like that. Let's get back to our game. 80 for Cherokee Lane, 115 for Magnolia. Lots of points to give away. So green team, Delilah, let's go.
Dateline science for 25.
Dateline for 25, the big one in that category. Teams, back in 1983, she became the first American woman to go into space. Her name was Sally Ride. Sally Ride. Go green.
Science potpourri for 25.
Potpourri for 25 points. Teams, the Austrian monk Gregor Mendel came up with the laws of heredity, how traits are passed along from one generation to the next. If a trait was rare, he said that was coded by a recessive trait. If a trait was common, he said this was due to what D initial kind of trait. The opposite of recessive.
Dominant?
Yes, ma'am, the dominant trait. Nicely done, Sophia. Good comeback. Go.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get. Body system for 5.
Body systems for 5 points. Teams in mythology. The Cyclops famously had just one of these. Magnolia.
Eye.
Yeah, he had just one eye. Go green.
Let's get physical for 15.
Let's get physical for 15 points. Teams, your question is as follows. It's a multiple choice question. Which of the following is a small particle of light? An ion. Yes.
Photon.
Photon it is. Yes, ma'am. You didn't even need my choices. We are impressed. The judges are gobsmacked too. Yeah. Go red. Nicely done.
Green things for 15. Green things for 15.
Green things for 15 points. Teams, if a plant has very pale leaves, it means it doesn't have very much of this pigment. Cherokee Lane.
Chlorophyll.
Chlorophyll, that's it. Thanks, Marco, for your help on that one. All right, red team go. Let's check that score. Cherokee Lane 135, Magnolia 120. Cherokee Lane, go red.
Okay. Body systems for 10.
Body systems for 10 points. Teams, astronauts develop calluses, not like on their hands here on Earth, but on their what? Magnolia.
Their feet?
Their feet, absolutely right, as they're floating about the cabin there. Nice answer. Go green.
Zoo parade for 20.
Zoo parade for 20 points. And the lead, if you get this correct, listen carefully. Teams, recently in a Geico commercial, one of these large marine mammals with tusks and a mustache was playing hockey down at the arena.
A mammoth?
Not a mammoth, no. This was on a commercial. A big marine mammal with tusks and a mustache was the goalie at a hockey game downtown.
A walrus?
A walrus, that's it. Yeah, good, go.
I'm breathing in your breath. Green things for 20.
Green for 20 points. Teams, look at the monitor, please, in the studio, if you would. As a kid, a lot of us were said, if you take this flower and you hold, which is very yellow, if you put it under your chin, if the yellow is reflected off your chin, it means that you like this dairy product. It is produced by churning.
Butter?
You like butter. That's exactly right. Our future botanists knew that over there. Go green.
Body systems for 20.
Body systems for 20 points. Teams, the organs in our body most sensitive to radiation are the spleen, the thymus, and this interior part of the bone where your blood cells are made. What's that part of the bone known as, the center?
The bone meal.
Yeah, the bone marrow. That's it. Good, Sophia. Go.
Okay, so Zoo parade 15.
Zoo parade 15 points. Teams, this is a multiple choice question. Some animal behavior is considered altruistic. Altruistic. Which of the following is altruistic behavior? Birds all nesting in the same rookery, cowbirds laying their eggs in another bird's nest, or vampire bats sharing a blood meal with some of their hungry neighbors. Which one, Cherokee Lane, is an example of altruistic behavior? The cowbirds, the birds in the rookery, or the vampire bats?
Cowbirds.
Not the cowbirds, no. Magnolia.
The vampire bats?
The vampire bats. Yes, altruistic means you're helping somebody else. So if those bats are hungry and they didn't find some neck to bite, they got some help from the neighbors this time. Go green.
Zoo parade for 25.
Zoo parade for 25. Big one in that category. Teams, if you remember the Toy Story movies, animated movies, Rex was a Tyrannosaurus Rex. And Trixie was one of these three-horned...
I know the name.
Come on, Marco, you're the paleontologist.
Triceratops.
It is the Triceratops. Yes, indeed. Good. Go red.
Okay, so body systems for 25.
Body systems for 25, big one in that category. Teams, in order to go to school here in Prince George's County, you need to be vaccinated with the DPT vaccine. D stands for diphtheria, P stands for pertussis, and T stands for this disease, also known as lockjaw. Name the T in DPT. Do we know? It is tetanus. Tetanus. Sorry, no points. Go again. Red.
So,
You're 5 points behind, and we are running out of questions, Sophia.
science pop. Let's get physical for 10.
Let's get physical for 10 points. Teams, your question is as follows. Even earthquake aftershocks are measured on this scale of intensity. Yes.
Kilometers? Kilometers?
Not kilometers, no. What scale of intensity are earthquake aftershocks also measured on?
Fujita?
No, good try. The Richter scale. The Richter scale is the right answer. Go again, red.
Science pop rate 15.
Science potpourri for 15 points. Teams, astronauts in space where it is weightless have a hard time putting things where they should be. So they love this material that oftentimes takes the place of shoelaces on shoes. Magnolia.
Velcro?
Velcro is right. Yes, indeed. Go green. Thank you, Alessandra.
Science potpourri for 10.
Potpourri for 10 points. Teams, lactose tolerance here in the West is a Western adaptation to let us tolerate drinking cows' what?
Milk.
Milk. You got it, Sophia. Go.
Okay, so daylight science for 10.
Dateline science for 10 points. You'll tie it up if you get this. Back in 1968, a man by the name of Richard Dawkins invented the meme, M-E-M-E. That's the cultural equivalent of one of these four-letter things that you find all along the human chromosomes. Yes,
Gene.
the gene is right. Yes, ma'am. Good. We have a tie game. Go, Sophia.
Green things for 5.
Green things for 5 points. Teams, New England Patriots quarterback Tom Brady is known for making a plant smoothie. He mixes chia seeds with this green avocado stuff. Yes.
Guacamole?
Guacamole is right. Absolutely right. Go red.
Okay. Super 8 for 5.
Super 8 for 5 points. Let's turn off that light, please, the red light. Thank you. This is Zoo Parade for 5 points, teams. If you don't think small things make a difference, try sharing a bed with one of these buzzing insects. Magnolia.
Bee?
Not a bee. No. If you think small things don't matter, try sharing a bed with one of these buzzing insects.
Bed bugs.
No, a mosquito. A mosquito is the right answer there. Go again, red. We have 3 questions left. God bless you.
Let's get physical for 5.
Let's get physical for 5 points. Teams, CHON, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen, are the 4 chemical elements that are found in this 3-lettered chemical that makes each of us unique. Magnolia.
DNA.
DNA, that's it, yeah. All right, we're tied up again. We've got 2 questions left here. Magnolia, you choose.
Science potpourri.
For 5 points. Science potpourri for 5 points. Teams, the complaint used to be, waiter, there's a fly in my soup. Now it's frogs and lizards and even snakes that are appearing in these things in restaurants that normally we buy in stores that come in bags. Magnolia.
Lettuce.
Judges? Yes, we're going to give that to you, lettuce or salad. Good. All right, last question of the game is Dateline for 5 points. Get this, and we will have a tiebreaker. Cherokee Lane, be on your best behavior here and stay on your buzzer. Here we go. Teams, to get people to stop smoking, this tasty bird is on a commercial. It's not cold, but a slow what, Magnolia?
Turkey.
Turkey is right, and with that, it looks like Magnolia has won this game. We will be right back. Don't go away. Welcome back. We were hearing the word phenomenal when we went to break here because that's exactly what happened here today. You will rarely witness a Science Bowl game this close with such talented young people. They are all winners in my eyes, and I know yours too. Our final tally today is Cherokee Lane 205, Magnolia 215. Christina, Delilah, and Alessandra, congratulations to you. Tanalua and Anya and Nora, congratulations to you. Mr. Allen, congratulations. Miss Bettis, Dr. Gillens, you were a county champ once, maybe a second time. Let's have another round of applause for Cherokee Lane. For Cherokee Lane, Marco and Sophia and Samantha, you guys are phenomenal. Wow, even both coaches have a matching shirt on here. We've got our alternates over there. Wave everybody, David and Adrian and Jeff. Miss St. John and Miss Hoffner, congratulations to you. Boy, you sent us a great team this year, as you always do. Please come back and play our game again. Sophia, you're the star over there. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching today. See you next time. Till then, I'm Dave Zarin. Bye-bye.